I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. And now for a moment of silence.
Go.
Good morning, Hebron High School. I'm Andy Kerpeel.
And I'm Andre Slukic. Today on Hawk TV, we'll take a look at the Dance for a Cause group, the after effects of last year's Gallup poll, and the football team preparing for the game against Flower Mound.
While much of America is gearing up to head to the polls the first Tuesday in November, the student body is heading to the polls this coming Tuesday to have its voice heard. Lauren Walters gives us more.
Students will be taking this year's Gallup poll on October 30th, and faculty is interested to see how this year's results will compare to 2011's.
On the engagement piece of the survey, one of the three between hope, engagement, and well-being showed that only 40% of our students feel like they're engaged, 35% are not engaged, and then 25% are actively disengaged, which means they're trying not to be engaged, which was concerning to us.
Well, I think people shouldn't go out of their way to actively not learn because, you're here to learn for a reason, and it's better than just sitting there. It gives you something to do, so I think it's wrong.
When asked what his opinion was, this is what Spanish teacher Mr. Horton had to say.
So, in my opinion, it's kind of contradictory because I don't think that people should be upset with the results that you didn't get from the work that you didn't do. So, do the work and you'll get some recognition.
Reporting for Hawk TV News, I'm Lauren Walters. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Lauren. At our last pep rally, Dance for a Cause performed for the first time this school year. Stephanie Barcenas brings us the story.
This year is Dance for a Cause's first year to become an official organization. You probably caught them at last year's pep rally, and maybe this year's as well. Here is what they're all about.
DFC is pretty much a student-created and student-made organization. It's composed of, dancers of all type.
The group started last year around second semester with around 11 people, and now we have almost over 30 people. And it started in the community. It's DFC's in Allen, Plano East or West, and it's just everywhere.
I chose to sponsor DFC because they were just a group of kids that really wanted to start a club, just dancing just for fun.
It's fun being in a group, and we're like one big giant family. Like, we do everything together pretty much. We do go to competitions. The last one was Breakout, and the whole point of it was to raise money for St. Jude's.
Our cause is to unite individuals under one common interest, which is dance.
Reporting for Hawk TV News, I'm Stephanie Barcenas. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Stephanie. We'll be back after these messages.
This is your brain while driving. This is your brain while driving drunk. Any questions?
Welcome back. Due to the lack of interesting movies this weekend, Cache Square and Jenna Shepard bring us this weekend's alternative entertainment.
I'm Cache Square. And I'm Jenna Shepard. Today on Entertainment, we'll be taking a look at the haunted attraction Screams in Waxahachie. Screams is well known for its 5 attractions in one. These attractions include the Castle of Darkness, the 3D Pirates of Peril Point, the Arcane Asylum, the Clown Maze, and the Ghoulish Graveyard. This year's Trail of Terrors has been changed. As you walk through Yeti's Wonderland, you will be amazed by the frozen creatures at every corner. I went to Screams my freshman year with a bunch of friends, and I know I was really scared because like these creepy roaming creatures just like stalked us the entire night. So I think it will definitely be worth your money. The Screams theme park is located in Waxahachie, Texas, and the cost is $24.99 per person. The last day is this Sunday, so make your way to the Clown Maze. Now let's throw it to Andreas so he can give us a small inside scoop about the new video game Dishonored.
Dishonored. In a nutshell, this game is BioShock meets Assassin's Creed meets Deus Ex. And let me be the first to say that this game looks breathtaking. It has a unique art style that engulfs you into the world. You play as Corvo, the Empress's bodyguard, and upon your arrival from your journey to attempt to find the cure to the rat-based plague that is destroying the city, you helplessly witness the Empress murdered and her daughter Emily kidnapped. You are then framed and sentenced to death, but thankfully you have friends in high places. The day before your execution, you escape from prison and meet up with your saviors. From here on out, you adventure through the city using your BioShock-like abilities. But one problem with this is that the link ability that allows you to teleport from place to place is slightly overpowered, and you'll find yourself using this more than anything else. The story of the game hangs in a balance, since everything that happens at the end depends on what you do throughout the game. The more people you kill, the darker it will become. Besides that, the story can be a little flat and anticlimactic. But overall, the game is definitely worth picking up. I give Dishonored a 9 out of 10.
I'm Jenna Shepard. And I'm Cache Square. Thanks for watching Entertainment Today. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Cache and Jenna. Now let's head over to the Hawk TV Weather Center with Rachel Walters.
Thanks, Andres. It looks like we'll be released today to mostly cloudy weather with highs in the higher 50s. It looks like it's going to be cool and breezy tonight for anyone heading out to the game. Now to Devin for our current weather.
Hi, I'm Devin. It's cloudy.
Thanks, Devin. Looks like we're in for a bright weekend with brisk high of 60 and temperatures dipping back in the 30s. And Sunday, we're going to be seeing the same fair weather with highs in the 60s and low in the 30s. From the Hawk TV Weather Center, I'm Rachel Walters. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Rachel. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our varsity football team is preparing to take on Flower Mound tonight. Let's send it over to Jacob Johnson and Corey Camargo for sports.
Thanks, Mandy. The Hawks take on yet another former coach this weekend, Sam Harrison, who is now the defensive coordinator for Flower Mound. The Jaguars are off to a 3-4 start and 1-1 in district. Here's Justin with more.
For the second time in 3 weeks, the football team faces the challenge of a district foe that has a staff member from the 2011 Hebron football staff.
The thing we always got to be careful of is they might know our hand signals, so we have to take precautions to make sure that the signals that we're flashing in, that we disguise those so we don't give away defensive coverages and offensive formations and plays.
Not really a big difference. I mean, it's just another team.
I mean, he's just another coach, so we're going to take him down.
I've known him for a long time, and I'll see him as wearing that Super H, so it'll be different.
Coaches will leave all the time, but you just got to keep playing hard. It doesn't matter who's here because you always get a great coach in. We got a lot of great coaches this year.
Coach Harrison's had a big impact on Hebron when he was here. He started BT Dub, but we're going to get on the field and show him what it really means.
District play may be over for volleyball, but they will continue to work hard for playoffs this year. Let's take a more in-depth look.
We're going to work some specific things that we need to get ready for Trinity. They have a big block. They have a couple big hitters. So one that swings from back row pretty well. So we need to get ready specifically to see their strengths, which is their block. So we're going to work on hitting around the block, etc.
I feel a little bit of pressure because we want to try to do what the older people did, or the people that in the past years, what they've done, and we want to make them proud. And we just want to be the same as them, and we're striving to do that.
Volleyball playoffs will start this Tuesday against Trinity at Ranch View High School. That's it for sports.
Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Jacob and Corey. I can't wait to watch the playoffs this weekend.
That's it for today's broadcast. I'm Mandy Carpiel.
And I'm Andre Slukic.
Have a great rest of your day.